Well, another question asked, and hopefully another question answered. What could have deterred me from a life of crime? Mate, I've got the worst tablet. Anyway, what could have deterred me from a life of crime? A happy childhood. A happy childhood. Yeah. I wasn't going out and committing petty nonsense when I was a kid because I had a loving home to go back to. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, I don't want to cry about the poor me thing, yeah, but it's not nice, yeah, when you hear people badmouth their mum and their stepdad. Not so much their stepdad, their mum. Well, look at Baby P's mum, yeah. Was she a nice woman? I'm not saying my mum was. Well, I'm alive and she didn't kill me, but she weren't like. Not every woman just because they're a mum is a nice person, yeah. Allegedly, my mum, when she met my idiot stepdad, she turned her bullying way. She was always a bit of a bully, bit of a liar. She turned that up a notch to join his bullying levels. You know what I mean? If any of you ever watched a video I did called "Catching Out Liars" in HMP, maybe there's a story about two people on that. Yeah, on that "Catching Out Liars" in HMP, there's a story about two people. One of them might be about my stepdad. Yeah, and don't forget, yeah, and he's never been to jail, right? He's never ever been to jail. But I have to be careful what I say about him because he's a grass and all. You know what I mean? But he's the one that said all that shit. So go back and listen to that, and you'll hear about everything he said to me when I was growing up. Yeah. I mean, I would have rather been homeless, and I did. I used to run away all the time when I was a kid to rather be there with those two. Yeah. They left me. They used to leave me sleeping outside on the doorstep in a cardboard box, and they both laugh about it. Yeah, when I was a teenager. I've never said this sort of stuff to anyone before, yeah, but it's all ego, innit? It's all ego driven. Don't admit that because people might think that, might judge you. Judge you for what? I was a kid. Yeah, never used to let me in the house. Say I was untrustworthy. Say I was this. Say I was that. I used to walk about the streets. I'd go in like the pound shops only just opened back in the day, and I'd nick like 3 tunas so I could have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Absolute morons, the pair of them. This is what he was about. Yeah, when I was about 11, wanted to start going to doing boxing. Yeah, all my pals did it. You know, it's like when you're a kid, your mates start going, you want to go, and it's boxing. Most boys want to do boxing. My stepdad, who is a plum, yeah, who is basically hiding because he is a plum. Yeah, he's hiding out now to this day because he's a liar and he's a grass and he's everything. Yeah. He went to me, I'll take you, but I don't think you could handle getting it on the chin. And that was it. That was the end of. Yeah? Just mugged me off. Like, imagine telling that to an 11-year-old. Imagine the self-confidence. And that was it. No further conversation. No, like, I will go or we'll train or whatever. Just, I would take you, but I don't think you can handle getting it on the chin. Imagine what that does to the confidence of an 11-year-old. Looking at this big geezer who you think saying at the time, because you're 11, you don't know no different. You don't know he's an absolute melt. Yeah? Tell you one of the things I did, yeah. One of the things that they still harp on now, yeah. They still harp on this now. This is why I'm very untrustworthy, right? I stopped seeing my dad, yeah, because of them. Everyone can say, "Oh, yeah, your old man shouldn't have quit," blah blah blah. But there comes a point when you bang your head against a brick wall, in it, yeah. Oh mate. So like, I used to get a card off him, yeah, every year, every Christmas, every birthday. Didn't see him, but I still get card money in 100 quid, 50 quid, 100 quid, 50 quid. My family went away, like my brother, sister, stepdad, mum went away over Christmas, yeah, to, I forgot where they went abroad. I forgot where they went, yeah. I didn't go. Stayed indoors. I probably didn't even want to go. They might have even asked me if I wanted to go and I probably said no. I can't remember. Christmas Eve. Right? Christmas Eve. I've got no money or nothing. Got nothing. Yeah, they haven't left me anything. They barely left me any food in the fridge. Yeah, right. This was stupid of me, no doubt. But this is what they harp on about. This is why I'm so. This is the only thing I can think of in my head that they forget all the nickings, all getting arrested when I was a kid. Yeah, I got arrested out in the street, not for fighting me mum and stepdad. You know what I mean? I got arrested for other shit. This is what they harp on about. Why I was so untrustworthy. And this was in later life, by the way. This was when I was about 16. This was so they was kicking me out, and I was eating out of bins and shit, and robbing food out of the pound shop way before this even happened. Yeah. So they try and use this as an excuse, but really a lot of this shit happened to me before. Right. Anyway, Christmas Eve, I'm got half pissed anyway. Yeah. Thought, I want to go out. My mum and stepdad, someone had put some money through their envelope. In an envelope, put it through the door, yeah? I was told, pick it up, put it in the kitchen, leave it till they come back. Which I did. I can't remember how much it's there, 300 quid or so. Right, anyway, later on that night, I wanted to go to the pub, mate. I wanted to go to the pub, yeah? Sitting there pissed, half cut, you know what I mean? In my head, I'm thinking, right, they're not back for about another week or whatever it was. My old man's card will come soon for Christmas. It ain't come yet, it's going to be late. It always comes. When it comes, it'll have £100 in it. I'll replace the money, yeah? And I took 80 quid out, yeah? I took 80 quid out, or 90, went down the pub with it. Obviously, the card didn't come. I didn't take the whole envelope, by the way. I took 80 quid or 90 quid, and I was going to replace it with my old man's money. Didn't come. Stupid. Pissed up. Teenage. Wanted to go out Christmas Eve. Yeah? Mate, how untrustworthy and a scumbag I am. I was never allowed out again after that, mate. On my own. They used to walk about holding their purse. My mum did. My stepdad never stopped. It was always him in her ear. About this, that. He's this, he's that. He's masking all the facts about himself. You know what I mean? He's masking all the facts about himself. The geezer's an absolute melt. Yeah. He actually stood in court, him and my mum, against me and my brother-in-law. Yeah. Well, I'll start off. They got us nicked, arguing on the phone. They're phoning me up, abusing me, yeah? When I say I didn't phone them once, it was proven I didn't phone them once in court. Hundreds of times. This is my mum and stepdad giving it. Because they're trying to say that my sister's house got burgled. Oh no, yeah, you know, did it? You and your sister. My sister was involved as well. It's ridiculous. It's like it was an episode out of EastEnders, yeah? My sister's house got burgled. Yeah, obviously me and my sister was involved. They forget that I was a grown man at this point, yeah? I was a grown man. I'm in my late 20s, like, what the fuck am I going to stage a burglary at my sister's house for? And they were saying, oh yeah, because a tenner got taken out of a jar. So like, I staged a whole burglary to disguise the fact that a tenner got taken. Me and my sister, and my brother-in-law. Forgot about him. Yeah, this is, and by the way, yeah, let me just carry on. Nobody in my mum's family, my family, nan, granddad, uncles, like brothers, all of her side of the family don't talk to her. Yeah? Don't talk to her or him. They'll talk to me. Yeah? That says everything. Her own mum and dad don't have nothing to do with her. That says everything. That should say everything to everyone. Anyway, they're phoning me up. You did. I said, what are you on about? I don't give a shit about you. I'll knock you spark out if I see you. Why do you think I'm that scared that I'd stage a burglary? The fact that a tenner got there. Where did this tenner come from, by the way, as well? Where are they even getting this from? Do you know, like sharks need to keep swimming, otherwise they'll drown. Yeah? Those two need drama in their life, otherwise they'll just cease to exist. You know what I mean? And everyone's clocked them. Every friend they've ever had drops them out. All his family know what he is. All her family know what she is. But anyway, do this hundreds of times over weeks. Old Bill was even involved in a burglary, found fingerprints. Like, this is happening in the background. Old Bill was like, it wasn't like no one phoned Old Bill. As soon as the burglary was found out, when my sister got home, phone Old Bill, as you would. There was prints all round the window, prints here, prints there. Yeah? I've been nicked for burglary, not my prints. Anyway, you did it. So it's just the stepdad trying to be a bully to me again, yeah? As he's always been. He's always been a bully, yeah? I think he needs to talk to his brother-in-law, yeah? His brother-in-law will tell him the truth about him. But he'll never will, because he knows he'll get the truth from him. But, yeah, they've actually phoned up old Bill. They were saying, like, what do you think he was doing about me? Old Bill, not having none of it, yeah? So eventually they've switched it to, he's phoning me and harassing me and he's doing this to me. And I've got all the paperwork, by the way. One day I'm going to show it all on here, yeah? This is a channel. I've got to drip feed it out. You know what I mean? I've got my episodes here. I can't just pull it all out in one day. All the paperwork's already here. I've never lost nothing. I'm phoning them up, threatening to do them. Yeah, this is my mum, the person who gave birth to me, saying she was so scared she had to put something over the letterbox because I'd said I was going to pour petrol through the letterbox. Yeah, yeah. She's saying I'm phoning her up saying this. This is my mum. My stepdad's doing the same. Watch the previous video. Yeah, you'll realise that he was a pretend gangster. He used to pretend to be a gangster, left, right, and centre. Pretended he went to jail for murder. This is what he used to tell me constantly when I was like 11, 12, that he'd done 10 years for attempted murder and he was a hitman. The geezer's an idiot, yeah? The geezer is an idiot, right? Imagine listening to this your whole life, like being 11, 12, having some geezer telling you he was a serial killer. I put petrol through the letterbox, I was going to do this, I was going to do that. This is the big gangster saying it as well. Hundreds of times, me and my brother-in-law phoning them up. What they didn't know was, yeah, with the day that they said I was doing all this, right, it was the World Cup. I forgot the date of it. Yeah, the World Cup. England were playing Costa Rica, I think, warm-up game. I was at my uncle's house watching it. Yeah, it's the World Cup. I was at my uncle's house watching it. My brother-in-law was there as well. He was in the doghouse with my sister. I was saying totally unrelated. And by the way, no one's ever come in the comments and said I'm a liar, are they? Yeah, but hundreds of times. The big old gangster saying I'm doing the same. All the time I'm at my uncle's. Yeah, he can back it up. He's basically the geezer is totally legit and he's got a brain in his head. Yeah, he can run rings around those two idiots. Yeah, it goes to court. It goes to court. All these hundreds of phone calls that I have made to them. They didn't actually old Bill didn't take the time to check these phone calls until the day of the trial, by the way. Yeah, they could have checked them and I wouldn't have ever got nicked. But I was on remand for 6 months, 7 months. They come out with all the phone calls. Hundreds from them to me and not one from me to them, yeah? Sort of all this harassment thing from me to them sort of goes out the window, doesn't it? Yeah, hundreds of phone calls from them to me, yeah? Parents, son. Well, one parent, one idiot, one son, yeah? Them to me, yeah? And on top of that, the big time gangster just crumbled on he just made himself look like an idiot on the stand. And the magistrates, it was only a magistrates court, just chucked it out, said, you're the biggest, oh yeah, there was another witness there, my sister was there as well, yeah? You're the biggest three liars I've ever met. Yeah, because don't forget, it was her house that originally got burgled. She's there saying I threatened her and all that. You're the biggest three liars I've ever met, yeah? Go home, used to, you like me and my brother-in-law, I've never seen two more innocent people with my life. Go home. Like hundreds of phone calls from them to me. Why didn't the old Bill find that out straight away? But I'm going on a rant about these two, especially that idiot. He makes me laugh. Last time I see him, he was driving up and down the road, pretending he was going to run me over a couple of years ago. I was like, what are you doing, you mug? He pulled down the window and went, anytime you want to fight, car, I went, spat straight through the window at him. Yeah, I went, now you mug, now, get out of the car. He done his window up, didn't want to know. What could have deterred me from a life of crime? Not growing up with a pair of idiots, mate. Yeah. I talk about my uncle, yeah. I mentioned him a minute ago, yeah. Super successful. He might even be out. I've got more than one uncle, right? So he can't really be that. He could be anyone. It could be any uncle, right? He grew up. Well, me and him were close growing up, yeah. We enjoyed the same things, films, films, and media, like media things and all that, yeah. He wasn't some super intelligent geezer, and I was some dunce, and that's why he's clever. Like that's why the difference between my uncle and me was my nan and granddad. It's easy for me to say this, yeah, but my nan and granddad were good people, just loving people. That's all it was. He grew up in a loving house, yeah, where they nurtured his things. My mum, who's a hater, like his sister. Oh, they spoiled him. They did this. They did that. They did this. They did that. They nurtured everything that all of his. He used to like making films, so they bought him a camcorder. That's not spoiling. That's just nurturing his talent. And the proof's in the pudding. You should see him now. And that was the only difference. He grew up in a house with two people that cared about him, and I grew up in a house with two bullies. Yeah, if you want your kids to grow up, yeah, and lead successful lives, education, I generally think that you go to school to learn to work in a warehouse, yeah. Can I go to the toilet yet? Not till the bell. Can I have my lunch yet? Not till the bell. They're teaching you to work on the assembly line, mate. So education, you don't want to thicko as a kid, but mainly, if you want your kid to be successful and stay out of trouble, and I say successful, I don't mean super rich, I mean doing something he enjoys, yeah, enjoying life. Just show them, him or her. I'm talking about me and like him. So I'm talking about myself. But show them love. That's all they need. It's just love. And they'll grow up to be good people, guarantee it. Otherwise, they'll grow up to be a donut like me. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, hit subscribe and we'll chat tomorrow. Adios.